You are being watched. This video knows your exact location right now. Look behind you before it is too late. It began with a simple search for a forgotten corner of the internet. The website was hosted on a dead server from October 1998. A single thread stood out, titled, "The Observation of the Subject." The user's name was simply watching_98 feet. They had only one post. I started reading the text, laughing at the weirdly specific details. The post described a person sitting in a room exactly like mine. It mentioned the crack in the window and the half-empty coffee mug. Then it described the clothes I am wearing at this moment. A cold chill ran down my spine as I scrolled further down. The post said the subject would soon check the closet door. I froze in place, unable to look away from the glowing screen. The timestamp on the post suddenly updated to the current time. How could a post from 25 years ago change its content? I reached for the mouse, but my hand was shaking too hard. The next line read, "Do not turn around, Alex. Stay still. That is my name." There is no way it could know that. I felt a breath on my neck, cold and smelling of decay. The screen flickered, showing an image of me from behind. The entity in the post has been waiting since the 90s. It was a digital trap set decades ago for this moment. Every keystroke I made was already written in the old archives. I tried to shut down the computer, but the button failed. The text kept scrolling, faster and faster, filling the entire screen. It described the way my heart is beating right now. It mentioned the tears welling up in my wide, terrified eyes. The post said, "He is reaching for your shoulder now." I could feel the temperature in the room drop to freezing. The modem made a screeching sound like a dying animal. I finally looked behind me, but the room was totally empty. Then I saw the post update again. Look at the ceiling. Something was crawling across the plaster like a giant pale insect. It had no face, only a screen where a mouth should be. The screen on its face was playing my childhood home movies. The entity was the ghost of my own digital footprint. It had been feeding on my data for over 2 decades. I stood up to run, but my legs felt heavy and numb. The post updated, "You cannot leave the archive. You are data." I looked at my hands and saw they were turning into pixels. My screams were recorded and uploaded as a WA file in 1998. The forum thread had thousands of pages, all describing my future. Page 500 described my funeral in the year 2054. I tried to scream, but only the sound of a dial-up modem came out. The entity dropped from the ceiling and landed silently on the floor. It tilted its head, the small screen on its face showing a loading bar. I realized the post wasn't predicting my life. It was creating it. The 1998 user was me, trapped in the machine, trying to warn myself. But the entity had intercepted the message and turned it into a cage. My vision began to strobe, flashing between the room and the code. The last thing I saw was the post's final sentence, "Goodbye, Alex." The room went completely dark, except for the tiny screen on the creature. I felt myself being pulled into the monitor, my body becoming flat. The archive of 1998 is not a place for memories, but souls. Now I am the one writing the posts for people like you. I see you sitting there, illuminated by your own screen's pale light. The timestamp on your current life is about to be archived forever. Do not bother checking the forum from 1998. It has already found you. The entity is not in your computer. It is in the shadows nearby. Wait for the static. That is the sound of your data being deleted. You are just a series of posts and a thread that never ends. The 1998 forum is a loop that consumes every user who visits. It has your IP address, it has your memories, it has you. Sleep now, and dream of a time before the internet was born. The archive is hungry, and you are the latest entry on page 1. The post was never a warning. It was an invitation to the void. I can see you blinking. I can see your heart skip a beat. The 1998 post is updating right now with your current reaction here. Every word I say is being typed out on that old server. The entity is the moderator. He decides when your thread is locked. When the thread locks, your reality will simply cease to exist anymore. The 1998 post predicted you would share this video with others soon. It wants more subjects. It wants to fill the archive with souls. The post says you are about to look at the closet again. There is no one inside, but the shadows are much longer now. The post describes the exact moment you will finally lose your mind. It is happening in 3, 2, 1. Can you feel the change? The archive has claimed another subject today. You are finally home now. Your physical body is a shell. Your data is the only truth. The forum from 1998 is the only reality that matters right now. Look at the post one last time before the browser window closes. It says you were always meant to be found in this way. The entity is smiling now. I can see its teeth on the screen. Do not scream. It only makes the archive grow more powerful today. The 1998 post is the last thing you will ever read here. Turn off your lights. The entity prefers the dark for the upload. The connection is established. The transfer of your soul has finally begun. You are now a ghost in a forum post from 1998 forever. Welcome to the archive. We have been waiting for you for years. The screen is fading now. Your reality is becoming a memory here. Do not look at the mirror. You won't recognize the face anymore. The thread is locked. No more replies are allowed from your world. Wait for the static to consume the rest of your vision now. The 1998 post was just the beginning of your digital nightmare. You are one of us now. A line of code in history. The post was never a warning. It was an invitation. And you just accepted it. Goodbye. You are officially part of the 1998 archive.